In this video, we will discuss about the types of error. Errors are basically three types. So let us discuss the first one, that is systematic error. Systematic errors are those errors whose source is known to us. That is, we know the cause of this error. If you know the cause of this error, then we can even correct it, or we can minimize the error. Those errors which can be corrected or minimized and whose source is known to us are generally a systematic error. These errors are generally either of positive sign or negative sign. For example, suppose if you are doing an experiment and your observed value is always 1.5, 1.2, 1.3 and your true value is 0.9. So you see that your observed value is always greater than, or your error will be always in positive sign. So this type of error is known as systematic error. This systematic error is further divided into three parts. That is instrument errors, personal error and imperfection of experimental procedure. Instrumental error means if the error occurs in an instrument. अगर मैं जो डिवाइस यूज कर रहा हूं और उस डिवाइस ही फॉल्टी है मेरे पास, so that error comes under the instrumental error. Instrument error is because of the faulty instrument. So that error which is because of the instrument is known as instrumental error. This error is because of, for example, if your scale is calibrated incorrectly, that is, instead of 10 divisions, there are 8 divisions. So your reading will always be incorrect, or it always measures the less value. So your error will always be in negative sign. So this type of error is because of faulty scale. So this is known as an instrumental error. Further, the second one is your personal error. The personal error is because of our personal mistake. Suppose if you are doing an experiment and you are not following the all steps of procedure. If you are not following the all step of procedures, then, or you are not following the precautions, then you always find a incorrect reading. You have a scale and you are not measuring correctly. That is, your eyes should be vertically placed over this line, wherever your reading is there. If you are seeing these readings by some other angle, then you always find an incorrect result. So, this personal error is because of our personal carelessness. So this type of error is also a systematic error. Next is your imperfection of experimental procedure. So we apply lot of precautions to an experiment, but still we have some of the experiments which cannot be done with full accuracy. It is because, suppose we are doing an experiment in which there is a transfer of heat from one body to another body, and we are studying that transfer of heat from this hot body to this colder body. While transferring heat from A to B, you will always see that some of the heat also get transferred to the surrounding. So we cannot able to find out the how much heat is transferred from A and transferred to B. Here the sum of the heat is get transferred to the surrounding. So B will always get a less amount of heat as compared to the heat transferred by the A. So whatever you do in this experiment, even if you insulate the whole experiment, you will always find that some of the heat is transferred to the surrounding. We cannot make a foolproof experimental procedure so that the heat transfer to the surrounding can be eliminated. We can minimize it, but we cannot eliminate it. So like these experiments are come under the imperfection of experimental procedure. Now the next one, third one error is random error. So these error arises due to the random and unpredictable fluctuation in the experimental conditions. It may be a temperature, it may be voltage supply, mechanical error, or it can be anything. Even a wind can also cause some fluctuation in the readings. So the error because of this is known as a random error. Here we do not know the cause of this error. The source of error is not known to us. We cannot correct it by correcting the device or by correcting ourselves, or we are making a procedure for that one. So how we can correct it? So we can correct this random error by taking lot of readings. Suppose you are measuring any reading, so you take more than 5 readings and you calculate the average of it. So this average value will be more closer to the true value. So this is how we can minimize this random error. Next one is our least count error. This is your any meter scale, and in this meter scale the minimum value which can be measured, or what is its least count, that is 1 mm. That is the reading measured by 1 division of this scale. Now suppose if you want to measure a length from here to this one. Now if your length is lying between these two divisions, we cannot measure accurately. We can measure this length accurately up to here, up to this division. The next one, which is the extra part which is coming to this length, we cannot able to measure it. So this extra part is an error, and that is known as a least count error. अगर मान लो आपको ये मीटर स्केल दे रखी है और इसका लीस्ट काउंट है 1 mm. वी नो द मीटर स्केल हैव ए लीस्ट काउंट ऑफ 1 mm. अगर मेरे को इस लेंथ को नापना है जो कि यहां से यहां तक लाई कर रही है, तो मैं यहां तक तो एक्यूरेटली नाप पाता हूं, परंतु जो इसकी लेंथ है इन दोनों के बीच में लाई कर रही है, तो ना ही मैं इसको 1 सेंटीमीटर लिख पाता हूं, ना ही मैं इसको 0.9 लिख पाता हूं. सो आवर रीडिंग इज बेसिकली 0.9 एंड फर्दर जो एक्स्ट्रा लेंथ बची इसके बीच में, सो वो क्या होगी? वो होगी एरर. सो दिस मीटर स्केल इज मेजरिंग द थिंग्स अप टू 1 mm accuracy, but if you want to measure less than this, it will not be able to do so, and it will give the error to that one. So that error is known as a least count error. So how can we correct this error? By using other devices which have a least count less than meter scale. For example, I am having a device that is vernier caliper having a least count of 0.01 centimeter, that is 0.1 mm, and spherometer which is having a least count of 0.001 centimeter. Thanking you.